forecast, we're taking a look at a destructive and not only major snowstorm with a lot of storms associated in the path in the U.S. Not only that, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for your area. Not only that, there is also going to be discussion over some hurricane activities or hurricane depression since we were late to take a cover note. So as always, let's get started with today's forecast. So welcome back, guys, to Mr. Weather Forecast here. I know you guys been asking me lately where I've been and where I was. So as always, I'm gonna tell you guys what happened to me. So I was sick, but that doesn't matter because I'm okay. A little bit better, but I'm okay right now. So if you guys are watching this video, make sure you guys click a like, subscribe to the channel so you guys do not miss another video or stream on my channel. So as always, let's get started. So if we take a look at the Storm Prediction Center, we have a slight risk for the western side of Iowa into the south and the northeastern of Nebraska. So anyone else who are in these areas will be expected with a slight risk into where Clyde. We also are taking a look here. There is a slight risk of severe weather thunderstorms across the central plains and the upper Midwest. So anyone else who are in the areas are under the slight risk. But that's not only that, because on tornado threat we have a 2% chance for the portions of the on the portions of the southeastern of North Dakota into the north and southeastern of South Dakota, all the way in these areas on the shaded on the green sided area. So including for Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, Sioux City, Iowa, St. Cloud, MD or Minnesota, Grand Forks, North Dakota. So anyone else who are in the 2% chance will be under the 2% chance of tornado threat. I need to cover my mouth because my mouth is completely dry. So to make it clear, I just want to say that there is also a 15% chance of hail or wind threat, as you all know. And the 15% chance will be included for Omaha, Lincoln, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and Council Bluffs. And for the 5% chances for Kansas City and Minneapolis and Wichita and St. Paul and Des Moines, Iowa. And the hail threat is going to be a 5% chance also for these areas. So anyone else who are in these shaded areas, also including for Kansas, Kansas City, Omaha, Minneapolis, Wichita, and St. Paul. So anyone else who are in the 5% chance under the hail threat, you guys are ready for this one. But not only that, on this second day, we also have another, yet again, a slight risk for Texas. And what is Texas going to be? It's going to be for Texas. So anyone else who are in Texas, such as Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, and Fort Worth, you guys are going to be under the slight risk that for the tornado threat will be a 2% chance, and it will be for Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Panessa, and Waco. And to make it more, there's also a hail threat for the 15% chance, and including for Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, and Austin, and Fort Worth. But not only that, there's also a 5% chance for hail, including for Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Laredo, and Brownsville, and Albine. And to make it more also official, the wind threat is a 5% chance for the portions of Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, and Austin, and Fort Worth. So anyone else who are in these areas are expected with a 5% chance within your area. So also for day 3, since we did not take a look at it, we also taking a look at day 3. We also have yet another slight risk. Now, in the categorical, you can see that we have a slight risk, but for the probabilities, we have a 15% chance. It includes for Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana, and Barrett, Tennessee. So, on the 15% chance, it will be for these areas, and for the 5% chance, Nashville, Tennessee, New Orleans, and Birmingham, Baton Rouge, and Montgomery. So, anyone else under the 5% chance, you guys are going to be direct to this area. Now, you guys haven't noticed going and what is responsible for this. Now, the only responsibility is because pressure change. And what? There is pressure change because right here is 60 and 50 as well. we also have a lot of pressure that is going on. And as what we know is we are taking a look at pivotalweather.com. So if you guys have not noticed, there is lots and lots of are high enough, way most high enough to make a lot of widespread, well, not widespread, but may cause a few storms. And if we take a look on the loop, that we have a lot of dew points increasing. But not only that, if we just stop right here, we're gonna go backwards just to make sure we are specified. So take a look right here for Monday. You can see that there is okay. Give me a minute. Okay, so you can see that this is the dew points that. Am I going down? Okay, okay. If we go forward, just to make sure it's clear. So for Monday, this is what it looks like for Monday. So we have a squall line of dew points that are stretching from Texas all the way into Wisconsin. That's where we are going to get a squall line of thunderstorms. But if we're going to make it even better, we'll take a look at the severe weather, aka known as the Cape, also known as the capability of storms, which we did not notice, and we're going to take a look at the Cape just to make sure what we are seeing. So on the Cape, you can see that there is a lot of cape going on here, but if we take a look on it, you see that there is a lot of cape going on in Texas all the way into the Iowa and Minnesota. So anyone else who are in these areas will be honest. And as we go further, you can see this cape is increased a little bit, but if we stretch further, you see that there's cape going on in Texas and now Minnesota. But if we go further, we see that the Cape will start going into the deep south, with the southeastern. So in which these areas will have a lot of potential capability of this system. Now, not only that, we're also going to take a look at a real hurricane edition. And this is Hurricane Edition episode 16, just to make sure, but not Hurricane Edition anymore because Hurricane Roslyn has turned into a depression remnant. Since we are going to take a look at the Eastern Pacific. Also, we're going to take a look out for this one, also known as Disturbance 1, 10% chance for the central subtropical Atlantic shower and south and showers and thunderstorm activity organized in the association with a sharp through of low pressure located less than 500 miles of Bermuda. Environmental conditions are marginally conductive for some tropical subtropical development of this system uh, over the next few couple of days. While it moves generally west northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour, near Bermuda, passing near Bermuda on Monday. Sorry for that. Night later this week, the system will turn on northward towards the cooler waters in the northern Atlantic, and further development is not anticipated by that time as upper level winds increase formation chance to 48 hours and low 10% chance. Formation chance is 5 days, low 10% chance. This is where we're going to be a little bit on a lookout. But if we take a look on the Eastern Pacific, you guys can see that there's Roslyn that has turned into a hurricane just a few minutes ago and turned into a depression. And in the central side of Mexico. As you all know where central side of Mexico is right here. You can see that there's a subtropical depression of Roslyn. Now, if we take a look what Roslyn looks like, you can see that there is this current path. You can see us on 4 p.m. on Sunday. It already has passed there. Now it's going to be heading there on 1 a.m. on Monday. So it'll be just a few couple of hours away until this reaches into Texas. Now, here are a few things. Strong winds, gusts, especially in the mountains of terrain, will continue near the track of Roslyn during the next few couple of hours, several hours. And on two, you can see that it says heavy rains will lead to flash flooding and possible landslides in areas of rugged terrain over the coastal west central Mexico. So Mexico will be under this landslide 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 threats. And this is what current path is going on. So as you can see two windows right here. You see that there is where he's currently at, but it will move here to this side, which will be in just a few hours, reaching from here into the central side all the way in to the northern side, almost reaching to Texas. Now, right here, you can see that there he is right now. As you can see, he's going to go further and then go down all the way until the tens. But that's not only that. If we take a look on the wind speeds and probabilities, you can see we have a 90 since it's currently right now. But if we go there, if it goes further, it will reach down to the 90s, to the 80s, and 70s, and then 40s, and then 30s, 20s, and 10s. Occurring tonight, but the arrival time. See, this is the arrival time since the arrival time is not showing because it's already there and is about to dissipate in just a few hours. So if we go further, we're going to take a look at satellite imagery just to make sure. You can see that there is Roslyn now. So Roslyn is still under the gun of this area. We can also know that this area is still under the threat of severe weather. Not only that, we're also going to take a look at the major snowstorm that we have been waiting for. So always, let's get started. If we go backwards to future, you can see that there is a major hurricane major snowstorm that is happening in this area. This area will be impacted with this major snowstorm. But if we take a look, we go further, you can see that there is a lot of snow. And when I say there's a lot of snow, I call it the snow bomb threat. Now, why do I call it snow bomb threat? Because it's very snowfall, and that's where we are going to be taking cover at it. Now, if we go backwards, there's not only a snow bomb threat, but there is a huge storm threat formating in Texas. Now, where's it coming from? It will happen on tomorrow. So tomorrow, Texas will be ready for a huge threat. And not only that, we go further. Time is right here on the right side of the corner. So if you guys want to see the time, all you need to do is look at this time. So if you go further, you can see that Texas is already forming a few squall lines of thunderstorms. But if you go further, you can see that it's leaving Texas, but it will go straight into the south central, into the northern central, all the way reaching into the upper Midwest on October 24th, which is tomorrow at 3 p.m. So we will go live as long as possible until we stay there at the time. But if we go further, this squall line will become more dangerous as it reaches further until 3 to 8 p.m. until midnight. But if we go further at 9 p.m. to 11 to 12 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2, this still is going to be active. And we call it the widespread of the unconditioned. The unconditioned of widespread is meaning when there's a huge squall line, and it actually kind of reminds me from the 2021 severe weather where it happened in the western side Kentucky. As you all know where that was. If you guys want to watch this video, I will make sure you guys are watching this video in one of my older videos so you guys can find out. I will create a new playlist called Historical Tornadoes, which will be created today. So if you guys want to watch that, all you need to do is click a like, subscribe, and also become part of the moderators, as you all know. But still, we gotta go further so you guys can keep informed. We go further. You can see that there's still a squall line forming in the south, into the deep south, but it's going to go into the southeastern, including for these areas down here. But if you go further, you see that there is this squall line of widespread, and as you can see, it kind of almost reminds me of Kentucky's last year tornado widespread significant outlook. Since we've watched that, we also watched some of the streams from Ryan Hall and other people who we used to know, and we're also gonna show a documentary. I'm gonna try to make a documentary of the last year, December. What day was that when that tornado hit? I think it was like December 10th. Yeah, I think December 10th. So we're gonna document the the Christmas tornadoes outbreak. That will be my new documentary series, which may be released in a few couple of days. I will gather a few informations just so we can make this even more clear. If we go further, on 2 p.m. on October 25th, which is Tuesday, we go further and it's straight getting there and it's going straight to Kentucky right here, and it's gonna from the western side. But if we go further, it's gonna go into the eastern side and then reach into the eastern side of Kentucky. But it will dissipate away as a few couple of days on Tuesday. So be on the lookout for this one because this is where we are going to be taking a look. Now, if we take a look on a different model, or known as the simulated, whatever they call it, I'm going to measure the snow. just to make sure we are not in a bad situation. Now, the accumulation for snowfall is on tropicaltidbits.com, but if we take a look, you can see that this is the current accumulation of the snow. As you all know, this is a rare snow situation. Now, if you can see anywhere else in these areas on the western side of the U.S., you may experience maybe up to, let's go here, go to the regions just to make sure. So we're going to go here on the northwestern, let's do on the western side of the U.S. just to make sure we're all seeing this. So some units will reach probably 1 to 2 inches of snow, and few of them will reach into 3 inches of snow here. But up here up here in Montana, will reach over at least maybe a few 11 inches of snow up here, and a few probably like 2 or 3 inches of snow up there in Montana. So Montana will be ready for some snow. So just to know, let it snow, let it snow, and let it snow, guys, because snow is way better for you guys. It closed down the schools, but that's not the case. The case is that snow can actually cause some severe impacts. And what are impacts? Well, roads and even lower visibilities. So anyone else who are in these areas will be experiencing, maybe you're up here, will be experiencing low visibilities going on down here. And right here, maybe some low visibilities down there. So anyone else who are in these areas will be assuming for a few snow activities. We go further, you can see that this snow will go further and reach into North Dakota and South Dakota as well. As you all know, some of you guys will be reaching 2 inches of snow, but if we go further on Tuesday, then Wednesday, you can see that there is a current. This is how later will happen for a few snow activities. So this wasn't my prediction. My prediction that there was gonna be some snow on the eastern side, but my guess was wrong because the snow happens on the western side. So never mind. But if we go further, this is where the snow stops because this is where all the snow will happen in the western side of the U.S. So anyone else who is here in the western side will experience 1 to 2 inches of snow and even 3 inches of snow down here. And even 7 inches of snow up there. So anyone else who are in these areas will be experiencing a few inches of snow. Now, not only that, we also want to make a small commercial today. So if you guys want to do a small commercial today, let's get started. All right. So I'll be back, guys, after these messages. Okay. It's not working. Okay, good. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and hello there, my fellow friends. I am Mr. Weather Forecast here. Now, if you guys haven't noticed recently, I've owned a YouTube channel for at least 1 year, and not only I am also releasing merchandise. So, what merchandise are we selling? We're selling t-shirts and mugs. Not only that, we're gonna visit the store to show you guys what are my t-shirts and what are my beautiful shirts going on. Okay, so we got some Gladians t-shirts, my mug, which is only $17.11, and for a Gladian soft t-shirt is only $17. For the Gladian sweatshirt is $29.30, and even my official Spiral Rule Line notebook, $14. So anyone else who are watching this commercial will receive this. Now, if you guys buy one of these merchandise, you guys will be amazing and awesome. So, guys, if you guys want to buy these merch, click down the link down in the description down below. It will be in the description down below. If you guys want it, if you guys do want it, do it now. Unless if you guys want it. Oh my gosh. I'm coughing in the commercial. I'm literally coughing in the commercial. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching this commercial. And as always, let's go back to the video. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. And that was concluding with today's video. So this is again, another commercial on my new merchandise. I know it wasn't the greatest, but I will release a commercial later, sometime in the future. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, let's go Storm Raiders, my fellow friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, goodbye.